solutions. First, ideal solutions. Ideal solutions obey Raoult's law over entire range of concentrations. Here, obey Raoult's law means P1 is equal to P1 naught into x1, that is partial pressure equal to vapor pressure of pure component multiplied by its mole fraction. Entire range of concentration. Concentration means amount of solute or amount of solvent. या ठिकाणी सॉल्व्हंट आणि सोल्यूट याचं प्रमाण हे कमी असेल किंवा जास्त असेल, म्हणजेच एंटायर रेंज ऑफ कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन्स. सेकंड पॉइंट, नो heat is evolved or absorbed when two components forming an ideal solution are mixed. Thus, the enthalpy of mixing is 0. Delta H of mixing is equal to 0. Generally, if we mix two solutions, then heat is absorbed or evolved, but it doesn't happen in case of ideal solutions. Third point, there is no volume change when two components forming an ideal solution are mixed. Thus, volume of an ideal solution is equal to the sum of volumes of two components taken for mixing, that is delta V of mixing equal to 0, means there is no change or addition of volume of the components, that is solute or solvent. The fourth point is, in an ideal solution, solvent solute, solute solute and solvent solvent molecular interactions are comparable, means these force of attractions are strong. Fifth point, the vapor pressure of ideal solution always lies between vapor pressure of pure components. Perfectly ideal solutions are uncommon, such as benzene plus toluene behave ideal solution, means the ideal solutions are not general, they are uncommon. Now we see second type, non-ideal solutions. First, these solutions do not obey Raoult's law over the entire range of concentrations. Here, the solution does not give the expression P1 is equal to P1 naught into x1, and thus it behaves as non-ideal solution. The second point is, the vapor pressures of these solutions can be higher or lower than those of pure components. Vapor pressure of solution is not as per the Raoult's law. It is higher or it is lower. Third point is deviations from the Raoult's law. A. Positive deviation from Raoult's law, and B. Negative deviation from Raoult's law. Here we see a graph. At the center, the straight line is for the Raoult's law. In non-ideal solution, there is positive deviation, means the vapor pressure is higher than the normal solution. Also, there is negative deviation, that is vapor pressure is lower than the general solution. Then we see most important part of this chapter, that is colligative properties. The question will be asked for 4 mark or 1 mark in board exam, in NEET or in JEE. First we see what is meant by colligative properties. The physical properties of solutions that depend on the number of solute particles in solutions and not on their nature are called colligative properties. The most important word in this is number of solute particles. It is asked for MCQ. And the properties are not depend on nature, means the solution is in the solid state, in the liquid state, in the jelly form or in the gaseous state, whatever it may be. We focus on number of solute particles. Also, another question will be asked on these colligative properties. For this, first we see the 4 colligative properties. First is vapor pressure lowering. Second, boiling point elevation. Third, freezing point depression. And fourth is osmotic pressure. If we represent in such a way, then these are colligative properties. Means, if we only say that vapor pressure, boiling point, freezing point, then these are not the colligative properties. For the colligative properties, the properties are mentioned as vapor pressure lowering, boiling point elevation, freezing point depression, and osmotic pressure. Vapor pressure lowering. If P1 naught is the vapor pressure of pure solvent and P1 is the vapor pressure of solvent above the solution, then P1 is less than P1 0. The vapor pressure lowering is delta P equal to P1 0 minus P1. P1 0, that is vapor pressure of pure component, is higher than the vapor pressure of solution. Raoult's law for non-volatile solutes. According to Raoult's law, we see that P1 is equal to P1 naught into X1, where P1 pressure of solvent, P1 naught pressure of pure solvent, and X1 mole fraction of the pure solvent. For this, if we see the graph vapor pressure of solvent against mole fraction of the solvent and the mole fraction, that is X is equal to 0 and X is equal to 1, then the vapor pressure increases. variation of vapor pressure of solution with mole fraction. That is, the vapor pressure increases as the mole fraction increases. For binary solution, x1 plus x2 is equal to 1. Therefore, x1 is equal to 1 minus x2. So, P1 is equal to P1 naught into x1 is equal to P1 naught into 1 minus x2 by substituting the value of x1. If we solve it, then we get P1 naught minus P1 naught into x2, or P1 naught minus P1 is equal to P1 naught x2. P1 naught minus P1 means delta P. Therefore, delta P is equal to P1 naught x2. Then we see relative lowering of vapor pressure. It is the ratio of vapor pressure lowering of solvent divided by vapor pressure of pure solvent is called a relative lowering of vapor pressure, and it is given by delta P upon P1 naught is equal to P1 naught minus P1 divided by P1 naught. We know that delta P is equal to P1 naught x2. So, P1 naught x2 upon P1 naught is equal to P1 naught minus P1 divided by P1 naught. Therefore, x2 is equal to P1 naught minus P1 upon P1 naught. This definition and expression is asked for 3 marks. Then we see molar mass of solute from vapor pressure lowering. We know that x2 is equal to delta P upon P1 naught. Delta P is equal to P1 naught into x2. We know that the mole fraction x2 is equal to N2 upon N1 plus N2, where N2 solute in solution, N1 is solvent in solution, where in dilute solution N1 is very greater than N2, and N1 plus N2 is nearly equal to N1. The mole fraction x2 is given by x2 is equal to N2 upon N1 and delta P upon P1 naught equal to N2 upon N1. If we prepare a solution by dissolving W2 gram of solute in W1 gram of solvent, the moles of solute and solvent in solution are N2 is equal to W2 upon M2, that is mass upon molar mass, and N1 is equal to W1 upon M1, that is mass upon molar mass of the solvent, where M1 and M2 are molar masses of solvent and solute respectively. X2 is equal to delta P upon P1 naught equal to W2 divided by M2 total divided by W1 upon M1. Thus, P1 naught minus P1 upon P1 naught equal to delta P upon P1 naught is equal to W2 M1 divided by M2 W1.